Welcome, Gemini, to November 2023 Ethics Reading with me, Daniel Natal, where you'll get your Natal chart. There are many interesting themes happening for you this month. Let's start there. There's going to be, it's a good period for, new undertakings and stuff like that. You are also going to be seeing themes related to career, related to family. And there's a lot of good things. One of the people that you might kind of run into kind of contact with this month that might interest you is an Aquarius. Remember that I don't use kind of just strictly. I just use astrology as a kind of shorthand, right? Because I do believe in personality types, and that's what this really is. You guys are ESFPs in the Myers-Briggs system, and that kind of coincides with Gemini's, which is extrovertive, sensing, perceiving, and feeling, and that's your type. And the Aquarius that you might run into is an INTP, which stands for an introvert, an intuitive person, a thinking person, and a perceiving person. So kind of stay on the lookout for the kind of that personality type. I am a big believer in kind of intuition, and so I'm going to give you your ethics in convenient fortune cookie form by using my handy dandy ethics cards, which are drawn from the greatest thoughts of history's most illustrious thinkers, philosophers, and ethicists. And I will shuffle these and see what messages the universe has for you this month. And the first one is, virtue is the golden mean between two vices, the one of excess and the other of defect. Aristotle. Let's repeat that. Virtue is the golden mean between two vices, the one of excess and the other of defect. Right? So that's kind of like the Goldilocks thing. This season, this month, we're going to have Thanksgiving, as statue Daniel there is kind of getting prepared for. And so, don't eat to excess, right? You are a person that usually is not given to that anyway, but this month is just saying, kind of stay on top of that. Make sure that, like Goldilocks, the porridge is too hot, the porridge is too cold, go for the porridge just right in the middle. Don't, go to extremes. Try to, keep everything within balance this month. Another message to you is the essence of immorality is to make an exception of myself. Jane Addams. The essence of immorality is to make an exception of myself. That is a message that is in line with Immanuel Kant. Immanuel Kant, the German philosopher, he basically, he's a standard bearer of philosophy, the bedrock of the sector. And he basically said he has something called the categorical imperative. And one of the things about the categorical imperative is something moral. What would be a metric to test that? And he said, if I do it and if everybody else does it, would society work? So for instance, is it moral to lie? Okay, well, that's just me personally. But if everybody lied, would society break down? Would things be better? Would things be worse? And if you conclude things are going to be worse, then yeah, don't do that, right? So act as if your actions would be, universal, right? And that's what Jane Addams is saying there. Don't make an exception of yourself. That is the basis of immorality. The next message for you is compassion is the basis of morality. Schopenhauer. Compassion is the basis of morality. Okay, so that's the opposite of what Ms. Addams just said to you, right? So she talked about the basis of immorality is making an exception of yourself. The basis of morality is compassion, is thinking of others, right? Once again, not thinking of yourself as an exception, but thinking of others, and that's what the categorical imperative is about, what would happen if others did this, right? So both of those go together really well. And so those are your messages this month, and I will see you next time. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you have any ethics questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can see my contact information in the description below. And have a great Thanksgiving, and I will catch you next time. Get my book, Actionable Ethics, to understand the basic concepts of ethics, as well as to learn how and why moral structures permitted us to create an advanced civilization. Without those moral structures, society falls apart. You can order the ebook by going to my website, actionableethics.com, or a physical copy by going to online retailers like Amazon.com. Learn how to embed ethics into your business processes during onboarding for new employees, and discover how to generate an ethical cultural field at your business or even among your children at home. Order it now. Actionable Ethics.